Hi everyone, Carlos Gutierrez here to bring you your real estate market focus video update. In the video I usually put some of my own photography, some cool images of Miami beaches and all the areas around here. However, I'm going to change it up a little bit and put some pictures of a project going up in Sunny Isles Beach, which is just a couple minutes north of Miami Beach, called the Porsche Design Tower. So it's a really cool, one of a kind, the only kind of its world condo tower going up. I'll give you a little bit more information about that later. So I'm going to go right into the market statistics. So every once in a while I run into people who say, oh, you're in real estate, and they give me that I'm sorry to hear that face, and they're asking me if the market has recovered or how is the market going. And I don't blame them, I blame the media, because the media sells more newspapers and gets higher ratings on the news if they share bad news, doom and gloom, versus what's really happening. The fact of the matter is, in 2011, was the highest selling year in terms of transactions in the history of the Miami Association's realtors tracking those statistics. Sold 10,625 houses in 2011, and some skeptics said it was just a fluke, it was just a bounce back from a really bad year. However, 2012 we broke that record with 11,463 houses, which is a 7.9% improvement on the record-breaking year before that, yet setting a whole other new record. In addition to transactions being up, median price for single-family homes is up 18.9% at $214,000 for the median price of single-family home. Condos are up 25.4% at $163,000 for the median condo price. Now that's different than the average price, and the average price for single-family homes is up 49.1% at $482,000. For condos, it's up 36% at $358,000. Now, I wanted to make sure you know there's a difference between the median price and the average price. Duh, it's common sense. However, to tell you, explain why, from our statistical standpoint, it makes a difference to examine both. The average price is just what it is. It's average. Add up all the sales and divide by however many sales there are, and you get the average price. The problem is that it's too sensitive and it's too easily skewed by really high sales, like the $25 million penthouse that just sold here on South Beach, and the $5,000 shack that gets torn down in central Miami. So those prices are too skewed in the high end or towards the low end. So we use the median price. Median price means that half of the houses are more expensive, half of the houses are less expensive. It's just middle school math, but it just makes sense to understand why the numbers are so different and why use one versus the other. Now, as I mentioned, the market is phenomenal. Prices are up, inventory is down, which keeps increasing the prices. 65% of all the transactions are cash. It hasn't changed from last year. Distressed sales are down, which is a good sign for the long-term recovery of the market. But we still have investors and regular buyers that love scooping up these short sales and foreclosures, which are down 13.3%, but they still make up 41% of the market, which is just under half of all sales. And like I said, I'll cover short sales and foreclosures in the next video. Now, with all the really double-digit growth in the market, moving very fast in the right direction, in my opinion. Some of the naysayers think that it's going too fast, we're growing too fast, it's becoming too unaffordable, prices are going beyond what people can pay for or will be able to pay for in the future. On top of that, there are fears that the prices are growing really based on a lack of inventory instead of growing because of an improving economy, which in my opinion, I'll give you my opinion, not necessarily fact or whatever you might see in the papers, but my opinion is that the prices are improving, at least in Miami, because of an improving economy. At the worst time in our market, Miami was at about 14.9% unemployment, and now there's still ticks up, ticks down, but at the last quarter of 2012, we had gone down to 8.9% unemployment. Now, the economy is improving here. We're getting, a lot of jobs, and I'll go into a few reasons for that later on. But that's really what's fueling the growth in prices, along with short inventory. Now, in terms of the inventory fueling the prices, we're at about 4.5 to 5.5 months supply. That means that there are fewer houses than buyers. Really, what it means is, which is why the demand is so high and the prices keep going up. Now, 4.5 to 5.5 month supply of homes does not mean if you put your house on the market, it'll sell in 4.5 to 5.5 months. It just means that we're selling about 1,000 homes per month, and there are about 4,500 to 5,000 homes on the market. So if you do the math, it would take about 5 months to go through all those homes. Now, like I said, it doesn't mean that's how long it would take a home for your home to sell. You put it on the market, sell it tomorrow. A healthy indicator of supply and demand is 6, 7, maybe 8 months supply in the market. So anytime it takes below 6 months supply, it's a given that it will increase the prices, despite other economic indicators. Now, another reason that it's going to be stable growth, in my opinion, is that South Florida adds about 700 net residents per day. I would attribute that, I guess, to the weather, the beaches, no state income tax, huge tourism fueling the economy and jobs. And lately, in the last couple of years, last handful of years, Miami has become more of a cultural draw than it used to be. Before, we used to have, the weather, the beaches, the nightlife. But now we're becoming more of a global cultural attraction with things such as Art Basel, the International Yacht Brokerage Show, the food and wine festivals of all kinds, from South Beach Food and Wine to things happening on a smaller scale, but they still attract a global type of tourist and somebody who wants to come and live here. All right, so another reason why I don't think we're in a bubble that's dangerous or ready to pop. 65% of transactions, like I said, are cash. So there's nothing really to walk away from. It's not like the subprime mortgage crisis where a lot of homeowners got mortgages that they shouldn't have and then walked away, leaving the bank holding the bag. There's nothing to walk away from, other than taxes, but nobody will do that. All right, so I tried to keep this as short as I could while getting you up to date, and I bet you're asking what to do with all this information, and I'm glad you asked. So in the link below, you can check it out here, or go to freehomevaluetracker.com. You can get a free customized report that has this type of information in it, and it'll actually show you what to do with it. What does it mean? It'll show you, which neighbors are selling, which neighbors have sold, and I know you want to be an informed homeowner, not just a nosy neighbor, but it still tells you what's going on in the neighborhood. Tells you what school ratings are. Tells you what potential buildings are going up in the community, such as a hospital, a bank, a new school, something like that. And it's customized to you. It's not a blanket newsletter. It just really uses a system to hone in on what's going on in your neighborhood. And it's not that we want to sell you anything. It's just my way of staying in front of my friends, family, clients, and offering something of value. So hope you got everything I hope you're up to date now because of what's going on in the market, and stick around. I'll give you some information about the Porsche Tower, which is being developed by Gil Deezer, a very successful developer here in Miami. And he actually he's known for teaming up with Donald Trump, but he actually teamed up in this project with Porsche, the high-end car company. So the building looks like a giant cylinder, but what makes it special is that not only is it on the ocean, not only is it the most, call it uber luxury type building here in Miami Beach, starting at around 5 million, going up to 22 million, 25 million. You drive your car in, no paparazzi, no public. You go right into an elevator, brings you up to your unit. You park right in your living room. It's phenomenal. So you can check the pictures out here, and I'll also post a link to the video that shows how the whole thing works. So thanks for tuning in. It's Carlos Gutierrez bringing you up to date on what's going on in the market. Have a good one. Bye. Thank you.